Hi friends, welcome to another vlog in Veda, vlogging every day in April. And today we're talking about autism living with autism. And I was giving you some symptoms the other day, and I thought I'd give you a little more on the sensory processing and the auditory and all the senses. So let's get started with auditory. If your child has experienced some of these auditory difficulties, you will probably recognize them. So some of them could be things like they cannot tolerate or they have difficulty tolerating things that are loud. Like a loud vacuum cleaner, they tend to shy away or even run away screaming if you turn on the vacuum cleaner. If they hear dogs that are unexpectedly barking, they will get, startled, and loud music, big crowds, that sort of thing. You may go to a restaurant, and for example, I can think of like one of those buffet places that there's a lot of crowds in there, and there's a lot of talking at the same time. The child may get really overwhelmed, and in places like this. Then we move on to taste and smell. So taste, they might, get a little picky or finicky with their foods, but also they can't tolerate things like jello or things that are slimy, that they're going to be eating, or they don't want their fingers dirty. If you give them peanut butter and jelly, they get it on their fingers. They have to get it off because they just can't tolerate that. So you may be able to filter out some of these things, but they're not able to, or they have difficulties with it rather. There's a difference between being able to and having difficulties with, and we'll talk about more about that in other videos. So same thing with smell. The difficulties with maybe smells like perfumes or scents, that are really strong to them, might even cause them to vomit and such like that. Even certain types of foods. Visual, sensory overload. Could be things like, I can think of, like maybe fluorescent lights. That's a really common one for, people on the spectrum, because the fluorescent lights have a lot of flickering and buzz to them. That could cause overwhelming to them. Touch, being touched unpredictably. For example, if you hug them, all of a sudden they're not expecting it, and you walk up behind them and hug them, that might startle them. Or you may pass by and accidentally touch against them, and they need to come back and follow you and touch you back until it's like playing a game of tag. You're it, they will come back and touch you. And please don't engage in a game of tag. Now that I said that, don't go touching them just so they can come and touch you back, and you're just, just don't get into that. Trust me on that. So other people may seek more sensory input, so they might want to be pressured and feel the pressure of the hugs, the tight squeeze, and so on. So those are some of the things. As far as the I think I'm going to leave this. This is a little bit more, this is more in detail. So we're going to get into that. But there's a lot of sensory things that, we could talk about. And I just wanted to touch a little bit about what our personal experiences have been with autism. And, some of these things could be in some people and not in others. And that's because in autism, or any form of autism such as Asperger's, some people can experience any or all of these symptoms, and some people will not. So every Aspie or Asperger child or person experiences their own different challenges. And I think that in that way, we're kind of all similar, We're all more alike than different, is what I think. That is my motto. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this has given you some insight. And remember to be healthy, well, happy, and organized. And I will see you next time. Many blessings, friends. Thanks for watching.